the end of the day, I believe in my heart of hearts that my fight with Devin is bigger than any fight Canelo could do except against maybe Benavidez. Other than that, we will bring in way more money to Vegas. We'll bring in way more high rollers into Vegas. It'll be vibes, culture, everything will be up. He could not match this energy. This fight has it. We have a lot of history, so I made those points. At the end of the day, I just feel like, the bigger fight should be the priority. In my eye, to Canelo, I think he's still the face of boxing, but this young king is coming, and I'm coming strong.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, you heard King Ryan Garcia. He stated that and give his reasoning for why he feels like his April 20th showdown with Devin and Dream Haney needs to be in Las Vegas, and why he don't agree with the fact that nobody wants to compete with Saul Canelo Alvarez, as he already traditionally fights on 2 dates, which is Cinco de Mayo weekend, the first weekend in May, which this year falls May 4th, and Mexican Independence Day weekend, which is the second weekend in September, which falls on September 14th this year. With that said, for Canelo Alvarez, those dates. With that said, Ryan Garcia is saying that him versus Devin Haney is a bigger fight than any fight Canelo Alvarez can make if he's not going to fight David, the Mexican Ecuadorian monster Benavidez. If he's not going to fight David Benavidez, there's no fight he feels can compete with him and Devin Haney. And he says that he has a close relationship with the MGM Grand. They have business endeavors that they have outside the sport of boxing. And he feels like the bigger fight should take precedence. And he feels like the bigger fight is him versus Devin Haney. He says that it's a completely different vibe, as they're going to bring out the youth. He says that they're going to bring out a completely different type of crowd and environment. And essentially, Canelo Alvarez's crowd is going to run his course, especially depending upon who he fights. And I have to agree with Ryan Garcia. It sounds far-fetched, but it's really not. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia is a big fight. Canelo Alvarez is a big deal, but everybody has caught on to Canelo Alvarez. And what I mean by that is this, is that everybody understands that Canelo Alvarez is going to strategically choose his opponents. Yes, he's a big deal. Yes, he's a major draw. But everybody understands he's going to choose the path of least resistance. So anybody he chooses at this point in time is going to be a big fight, because Canelo Alvarez indeed is arguably the face of the sport of boxing. And he's a rock star. So yes, Canelo Alvarez is going to sell. But now the buzz is different when Canelo Alvarez fights. When he's not fighting people that people feel and the fans feel that is going to put him in danger. When I went to Canelo Alvarez Jermell Charlo fight, it did not have the same buzz Canelo Alvarez fights typically have. It just did not. Why? Because people expected him to roll right over Jermell Charlo, who was jumping up from 154 to 168, 2 weight classes, and already had a loss and already had a draw. The blueprint was there. And Canelo Alvarez, what did he do? He rolled right over him. It wasn't a competitive fight. Jermell Charlo didn't put up a tough fight. He got dropped in the 7th round, but he didn't put up a competitive fight, right? And so now David Benavidez, who is the 2-time WBC super middleweight world champion, he's undefeated, 28 wins, no loss, no draw, 24 wins by way of knockout, 27 years of age, 6'2" with a 75-inch arm reach. He's a major threat to Canelo Alvarez in his resume, and to Canelo Alvarez's future in the sport of boxing. He has an extremely high work rate. He's big, he's durable, he's hungry, He lost his belts due to recreational drugs use, and he lost his belts due to missing weight during the global pandemic. He's been a WBC mandatory challenger for Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez clearly strategically maneuvered around fighting David Benavidez. The moment David Benavidez lost his belt on the scale during the global pandemic, Canelo Alvarez immediately petitioned a fight for that belt. Fought everybody around David Benavidez, became an undisputed champion under a calendar year, and won't give David Benavidez his opportunity to regain his belts or the fight itself, when clearly David Benavidez was the best fighter at 168 before Canelo Alvarez made that his weight class. We understand that, okay? That weight class was passed, the torch was passed from the Andre Ward, Adonis Stevenson, Sergey Kovalev, Mikhail Kessler, Arthur Abraham, Carl Froch era, Andre Durrell, right? That era, when that era passed the torch, they passed it to David Benavidez, who beat Ronald Graville for the belt that was vacated, okay, picked up the WBC title. And once he picked up that WBC title, okay, I said Sergey Kovalev. I meant, Andre Ward, Mikhail Kessler, the Super 6 tournament, right? Not Sergey Kovalev. Sergey Kovalev and Don Stevenson at 175. Excuse me, I misspoke. So with that said, I'm talking about the Carl Froch, Mikhail Kessler, Andre Durrell, Andre Ward, Arthur Abraham, that group of fighters, okay? Edison Miranda, those fighters, once they passed the torch, they passed it to David Benavidez. And Canelo Alvarez fought the second best guy in the division for undisputed, which was Caleb Plant, who was the IBF super middleweight world champion. The big fight was Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez. That's the fight the entire world wanted to see in unification bout. It never came to fruition as they were both champions. It came to fruition as they were not both champions. David Benavidez already stripped, and Caleb Plant got knocked out by Canelo in the 11th round. Right? So we knew David Benavidez. Then he fought Caleb Plant and beat him. And then he beat Demetrius Andrade as well and stopped Demetrius Andrade. So he made a statement. And it's abundantly clear he's the best fighter in the division, not named Canelo Alvarez. And Canelo Alvarez is picking and choosing any and everybody around him other than him. So when you listen to Ryan Garcia says what he says, he's right. It's hard to compete with Canelo Alvarez, and you're definitely not going to move him off that square because he's proven. So is Las Vegas and the MGM Grand Garden going to move Canelo Alvarez off that date? No. He's proven. Is the better fight going to take precedence? No. It's just not. He's proven. And definitely if he fight Jaime Munguia. The problem is Oscar De La Hoya just came out and said he ain't fighting Jaime Munguia. Says that fight is not happening. Not May 4th. Maybe in September, but he said that's not happening May 4th. So more than likely he's going to fight who? Edgar Berlanga. He's going to fight Edgar Berlanga, Puerto Rican superstar title contender. But Edgar Berlanga has not looked good in his last 3 to 4 fights. He looks like it's still a lot to be desired. He looks like he has identity issues. Does he want to be a thumper? Does he want to be a boxer? Does he want to be a boxer puncher? He still seems to have identity issues, right? And so because of that, it's not that big of a fight. Edgar Berlanga has a solid fan base right now, but not a massive fan base. Solid fan base. And they're gonna sell the Puerto Rican-Mexican rivalry. That's what they're going to sell. But Edgar Berlanga doesn't have a massive fan base. He has a fan base in New York, where he's from, and he has a Puerto Rican fan base, but not in drones. Not in drones, not like that. So, is Canelo versus Edgar Berlanga a bigger fight than Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia? No. It's just not. But it is going to be bigger because it involves Canelo Alvarez. And he trumps Ryan Garcia and he trumps Devin Haney. But if you put it in order, Canelo Alvarez, between the four, Canelo Alvarez is one. Then you got Ryan and Devin. And then you got Edgar Berlanga. So he's right. He's right. Even Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia is not a bigger superstar than Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Now, what would make that big is that Jaime Munguia has a huge fan base in Mexico. He's a superstar in Mexico, and it would be Mexican versus Mexican on Cinco de Mayo weekend. That would be the selling point. That would be the selling point. But outside of that, no. He's right. Ryan Garcia is absolutely right. Now, it's going to sound bizarre because he's not a bigger superstar than Canelo Alvarez, and that's where everybody's focus is going to be. Oh, Ryan Garcia thinks that he's a bigger superstar than Canelo. It's not what he's saying. He's just saying that it's a bigger fight, him and Devin.
At the end of the day, I believe in my heart of hearts that my fight with Devin is bigger than any fight Canelo could do except against maybe Benavidez. Other than that, we will bring in way more money to Vegas. We'll bring in way more high rollers into Vegas. It'll be vibes, culture, everything will be up. He could not match this energy. This fight has it. We have a lot of history. So I made those points. At the end of the day, I just feel like, the bigger fight should be the priority. In my eye, to Canelo, I think he's still the face of boxing. But this young king is coming. And I'm coming strong.
So there you have it. And that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. So all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.